Invincible's back. This is gonna be a little bit of a critique. I really feel like we should have spent this entire first episode in whatever universe that was that the beginning parts of the show started in. The one where Omni-Man and Mark basically teamed up and conquered the entire planet. The reason why I say that is that it kind of felt this episode kind of felt a little bit rushed. It kind of felt like we were jumping from one plot to the other because they have to basically set up Angstrom Levy as the main bad guy, but at the exact same time, they also have to prepare us for the fact that the plot is probably going to jump from him being the main antagonist and also wrapping up a bunch of the loose threads that were basically left around in the first season. And I feel like that's fine. That's okay. I'm hoping what's going to happen in episode 2 is that we probably don't see Angstrom return until the second half of the season. I really feel like the best direction we can go in regards to the character is we do this rushed introduction for him, and then he sits in the back of our mind after he teleports back into the multiverse, and we basically go and we deal with the threat that was the mind controlling jellyfish on Mars, and then we go and we deal with the multiversal time traveling dudes who, if they spend too much time in our reality, like they age like 300 years, that we deal with those first. We probably spend 3 episodes on that and then 3 episodes on the other thing, and then the entire back half of this season is dealing with Angstrom and the upcoming Invincible War. I'm hoping that that's why we kind of rushed through, because it was kind of like, Mark's dealing with some stuff. We're not even gonna like let him process or deal with the turmoil or situation that he's going through. We're gonna rush right through it. We're gonna throw him back in the mix. We're gonna have him deal with Angstrom. Angstrom's going to develop his hatred for Mark, which comes from different versions of him having a hatred for Mark as Invincible and of Omni-Man. And then he's just going to be the main bad guy. So I can understand why they probably sacrificed the first episode, where it doesn't really feel as strong, doesn't feel as though it's really flowing. I'm hoping that that's the direction that we go in. But other than that, I absolutely loved it. Whoever decided to basically take uh all the criticism that Amber got in season 1 and was like, they didn't like the way in which we wrote her character. So we shall go back to the drawing board and make her a loving girlfriend. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Don't really care about the relationship still. Um, when is Mark gonna get with Adam Eve? Like, as somebody who uses the comic books, I kind of want to like fast forward and skip through the Amber stuff and get straight to the Mark and Adam Eve stuff, because I think their relationship in the comic book is absolutely fantastic. I kind of wanted to spend some more time with basic. Well, I feel as though we're probably going to get that going into some of the side bosses before we get back to Angstrom. But I really wanted to get back into like just Mark's headspace for dealing with the fact that, well, dealing with the fallout of what happened between both him and his father, his guilt at the fact that he feels as though he basically let so many people down and basically let them die. People basically trying to talk him back through it. Him and Immortal coming to blows because fuck Immortal. I cannot stand the Immortal, and I'm really hoping that this season just reveals how much of like a creep, just absolute creep and douchebag he is. I'm hoping they touch on that the same way in which they did in the comic books. But other than that, this is a solid outing for Invincible. There really isn't a lot to talk about without delving into just straight up spoiler territory. And I kind of want people to be able to enjoy the episodes without having to feel as though they need to go and read the comic books. But don't get me wrong, if you want to go and read the comic books, I won't fucking stop you. I'll be the first one behind you. I'll be pushing you straight ahead to your local library. I don't think I don't think the local library would carry Invincible. There's a lot of nefarious shit that happens in there. But if you wanted to go read the comic books, that's fantastic. But for the people who don't and you want to enjoy it every single week, we're going to be going through it every single week. I'm gonna be blinders, just only focusing on the TV show and trying not to bring up any spoilers from the comic books in any way, shape, or form. But let me know what you thought about the first episode of Invincible. Like I said, I thought it was decent. If we were gonna scale it on a 1 to 10, it would definitely be a hard 7. Super enjoyable. It was great being back in the universe, seeing all the characters again. I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect Omni-Man to drop that fucking line that he drops on Robot in the beginning where he's like, you should have died at birth. And he just like floats away and leaves him there to die in his in his little chamber, which is super insane. The Invincible of that universe breaking Adam Eve's neck because he's in love with her, so that he can keep her alive to do whatever the hell he wants to do with her, to go and visit her and speak with her and hold her hand without her using her powers, which interesting way to try and combat Adam Eve, but that would not work on Adam Eve because her powers instantaneously repair after a certain amount of time her body and cellular structure so that she can get right back to basically being in her prime. But we're going to see where this goes as with episode 2. Like I said before, I'm hoping that the first episode introduces Angstrom, and then 3 episodes are going to be spent going back to season 1 to deal with the Mars threat, and then the next 3 episodes are going to be dealt with dealing with the time traveling, fast aging alien threat again, and then we're jumping into Angstrom, and the whole back end of the season is Invincible War. I think 2 episodes for Mars, 2 episodes for them will be perfect, and then the rest of the season can just deal with Angstrom and the Invincible War towards the end. But yeah, let me know what you think. Comment down below, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.